It was midnight on the island of Sodor, and Percy was at Knapford Station after delivering the mail train. He was just about to leave when the station master came out and spoke to Percy. Sir Topham Hatt has an urgent message for you, Percy.
What is it?
He wants you to pick up a very important guest tomorrow and take her to Brandon Docks. Percy was shocked.
Why me? Couldn't Gordon or James do it?
No, because they're both busy with their own jobs tomorrow, so you'll have to take the guest instead. Percy just thought for a moment, then he decided to agree.
I'll try my best to help, sir.
Excellent. I'll let Sir Topham Hatt know. Percy puffed back to Tinmouth Sheds to have a long rest so he can pull his special guest tomorrow. The next day, everyone was surprised to see that Percy was up and ready to go.
Cinders and ashes. Why are you up so early, Percy?
I'm getting ready to pull a special guest for Sir Topham Hatt.
Well, that does sound exciting.
If you're a really important guest, why does Percy get to take her?
Because, Gordon, the special guest starter specifically chose Percy to be the head of the train. Gordon still grumbled about it. Anyways, the special guest and her daughter are at Knapford, so you can head there now, Percy.
Yes, sir.
And with that, Percy left to collect his special guest along with Sir Topham Hatt, who just left Tidmouth Sheds.
Why does Percy get to pull the special guest?
I know it should have been me or you to pull the special guest.
It's disgraceful.
It's disgusting, and you're despicable.
Gordon and James jumped.
Why are you mumbling about the special guest and her daughter being hauled by Percy?
Because Percy's not very important, unlike me and James, we are important engines.
He may not be that important, but he is a kind engine and has a good heart. Isn't that good enough for him to haul a special train?
Surely enough, Gordon felt some regret.
You're right, Thomas. Why did I say that?
It's all right.
But James still felt jealous about Percy.
It just isn't fair. Percy is a stupid little green caterpillar who all of a sudden got a special train.
Suddenly, James got a devious idea.
If I make Percy have an accident, I could take the guest around the island.
James just snickered as he puffed away. That could be trouble. At Knapford, Percy collected a coach to pick up Sir Topham Hatt and his special guest. The special guest starter was excited to see Percy.
Mommy, look, it's Percy's little green engine.
Yes, it is, honey. Thank you for taking this train, Percy. Anytime.
Thank you, Percy, for taking this train.
Welcome, sir.
Percy puffed out of the station to take the special guest to Brandon Docks. Meanwhile, James was at the yard shunting trucks, preparing the trick for Percy.
Time to make him stop his train. If I make a goods train blocking the line, I could take the special guests around the island.
Suddenly, James heard Percy's whistle. He wasn't that far.
Now, I hope this works.
James backed up in his shed at the sidings and waited for Percy to have his little accident. Percy came around the corner and saw the trucks in the way.
Brakes, driver!
His driver applied the brakes, but it was too late. Percy laid on the ground, dazed and surprised. Percy, are you all right?
I'm alright, but what about the special guest and Sir Topham Hatt?
We're all right, Percy.
Please, Mr. Percy, don't be hurt.
I'm fine, but the problem is, how would you get to your inn after you visit Brandon Docks?
Perhaps I could be of an assistance.
We really don't have a choice, since Percy is off the rails.
The special guest and Sir Topham had climbed onto the coach again, and James buffered up to the coach and puffed away. Thank you, James.
No problem, sir.
Don't worry, Percy, I'll send Donald and Rocky there to help.
Thank you, sir.
A few hours later, Donald and Rocky came to the mess.
Don't you worry, Percy. We'll get you back on the rails.
Ugh. Thank you, Donald. Thank you, Rocky.
No problem, Percy. James was feeling with pride and went to sleep immediately back at Tin Machette. Toby, Thomas, and Edward had their suspicions on James. It was really suspicious that James happened to show up after Percy had his little accident. Indeed, James also happened to mumble something including Percy and then just left.
Something just isn't right.